And we're live. Hello again, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, happy time zones wherever you might be. I'm Emma. Welcome back to the House of Hubris here on twitch.tv/Saracent, and welcome back to, still doesn't say on this screen, Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. Where last time we got slightly truncated by the bit where I just fell the hell asleep because I was off my meds because we have a national supply chain shortage. And that's fun. I don't know. Part of me is like, shouldn't you be being more guarded about this? No, why be coy? It's an issue. And I'm still off them, but I have had a couple of days to get slightly more used to that, so while I can't guarantee the state of my brain going forward, we will at least try. So yeah, if you hear last time, Bigitha saved Canabras, and the Queen rewarded her for this with more work. We are now Knight Commander of the 5th Crusade. All of our companions have joined the Crusade, except Darren, who didn't want to, so he got press-ganged into being an official advisor for this Crusade. We've got a bunch more side quests. We can now leave Canabras. We can go back. And yeah, we got a new party member in Sociel, who's a cleric of Sherlin. And we're doing a quest for him that involved going to a graveyard. I can't remember why, because as I said, not entirely cogent at the time. Let's get on with this. And check our quest log, because it'll probably say... Brah, brah, brah. A farewell. The army begins its march from Canabras. We won't return for a long time. Sociel has a thing. Shut up. So, yes. Sociel wanted to come to a funeral. And then there were zombies. Cool. Oh yeah, we should talk to the storyteller if we still can, because we got enough magic essence, didn't we? We can fix a belt. Alright, what's around this graveyard? Open this damn door, please! Somebody open the damn door! Camellia, open this damn door. I said, Camellia, open this damn door. Thank you. Unquiet dead. Great. The half-rotten corpse of a woman shambles out of the crypt. She leers at you with her empty eye sockets and croaks out a few words. Thank the gods. Thank you, too. I knew this was going to happen someday, and they buried me alive. Hate to break it to you. Not so much the alive part. At least not anymore. How dare you? What utter foolishness. Do I look like a corpse to you? Yes. No, no, no. You forget yourself. You should be ashamed to say such things to a... The dead Baroness wags her finger at you in a chastising manner, but cuts herself short, staring at her own hand in horror. What? How? This simply cannot be. I shan't permit it. Yes, just tell death to have no dominion, and I'm sure that'll work great. I'm afraid it's true. I am truly sorry. This graveyard was desecrated by a necromancer. It seems that he disturbed your rest as well. Jesus, bird, get out of camera! The dead woman covers her face with what remains of her decaying hands. Oh, I died. Even in death, the accursed servants of the abyss torment me. Can nothing be done? Perhaps you could lay me to rest. I quite enjoyed my life in this world, but now there is no place for me here. Not in this miserable form. Okay, but first, we want information. Give to me clues. You remember anything? Allow me a moment to think. It seems like it, yes. Indeed, I woke because I heard a voice. They were reciting poetry or a prayer, perhaps. I suppose those were spells, then? It must have been your thrice-damned necromancer. Any last words for your friends or family while you're up? That good-for-nothing band of hangers-on? Most certainly not, thank you very much. I am reasonably confident that they have already brought my estate to ruin and squandered the fortune I bequeathed to them. They will have to do without my missives. Spare us both that indignity and embarrassment. You see, I would still be in the company of those I truly care for, were it not for your discourteous sorcerer and his parlor tricks. How do you know he was a sorcerer? Did it sound a particularly spontaneous spell? Anyway, I'm a divine mage. I can do these things. Good night. Thank you. Do feel free to take my burial jewelry. I was going to. Those pieces are dreadfully out of fashion where I am going anyway. Cool. So casts Cure, and she just leaps into the air and dies, and we get a gold chain with diamonds. Excellent. That's worth money. Anybody in this mausoleum who'd like to give me money? No? No? Door here. These birds are so close to camera. There's a grave I could be robbing. Can't get in. How do I get in? I wish to rob this grave. Aha! Lan, get us over this hole so I can rob the grave. Thank you, Lan. Yes, more money stolen from the dead. I'm a good person. Lan.
Thanks, Lan.
Thank you, Lan.
So awesome, Lan.
Yes, don't push it. Okay, I think that's everything in this bit. Unlock door.
Save the last one for me.
And then Zomb.
Out of my sight.
Aaron. AC2. AC2. Well, I mean, they then nat one as well. Lan, murder.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
Thanks, Lan. You'd be amazed how many things the Lan murder plan works for. Clyde, you have a level you could have been getting. Ooh, now you can become devoted and get extra save against enchantments. Neat. Have a perception point, I guess, just to stop you getting surprised, and mobility. Yeah, mobility. Mobility's always good. And now, wait, why?
I'm losing my temper.
We discussed this. You should basically always be riding, except, I mean, you've got those new wild shapes. But no. Anyway, charge these idiots. Goodbye. Wow. Impressive.
I will see to your demise.
Okay, you at least did something.
You won't survive me.
I'll cut you wide open.
Have you not rested and recovered your spells? You sure have not. Great.
You're irrelevant.
Doesn't say how many times you can do that per thing. per round. Or indeed per day. Maybe that was my only one per day for using that buff. Well, if it was, it was.
Precision and grace.
So how's that precision and grace working out for you, Darren? Lan, you know what to do. Thanks, Lan. So many arrows. Wow. Jesus, Clyde.
Let's hear you cry.
Wow. Tell you what. Spirit enhance your sword.
The spirits demand your blood.
And then set it on fire. Wait. What gets through there? Yeah, slashing. Well, that's not a thing you can give to it, so... Big well.
You should have listened to reason.
Can we all stop rolling that once? Just, that's the plan for today. We stop rolling that once. Cersei I'll get within shouting range of them, and then... Why don't you have your aggressive channel on your hotbar? You should. Boop. Sure must suck to be a zombie around here right now.
I'll make short work of this.
I mean, not particularly if Darren's the only one involved, because he's not actually very good at crossbow. Don't let him tell you different. And he will tell you different.
Strike out.
He spreads these lies.
Run them through.
These are some of the most ineffectual zombies I've seen in my entire life. If I was a zombie, I'd be apologizing about these guys. They're just... They bring shame to their whole
Begone, fiend.
zombie kind, and then they exploded like that. Ah, yes, because when you say all of my rolls are done with advantage, then, you know, you're gonna be very good at killing things.
Out of my sight.
I feel like Darren could be doing more, but he's not. Which also feels on brand.
You've crossed the wrong line.
And it's fine because Lan exists. Wait, looks like they're waiting for us. Yep, that sure does look like a trap. There's a whole squad of undead guarding the door. Maybe we should look for another entrance? Like up here, perhaps, because the camera thinks we should look this way? I mean, I'm so excited to hear how you plan on getting a Triceratops up there, but hey. None of them have anything good. Anything good hidden in crannies? More zombies and a guy.
They're supposed to accept their statement.
And attacks of opportunity, they're here too.
I will see to your demise. Fall. You've marched me to the
Well, they
balls
fell.
today.
What horror! I can barely catch my breath. Thank you for saving our lives. None of these zombies have anything good. There's a chest here that has quite a lot of money, or money equivalent in. Excellent. Love that for us. Love me some good money equivalent. Alright, so what was the camera trying to direct me to over here? Aha! An athletics check. So this is where we just close our eyes and teleport. Yep. Do you know, I thought that's what the answer might be. All my pets are going down the stairs. Camellia, go and open this box.
I am helpful, am I not?
I mean, if a box needs opening, then sure. If a normal conversation needs having, not so much. Conspicuous autosave. Hello, Death Cultist. Who are you? What do you want? All you have to do is die in the name of Baphomet. Have faith. You can do it. I don't know if they can. Don't you dare! Get away from them! Dead. Dead. Widespread dead. Why did we have to come, Sociel? You've clearly got this handled. It's the end of your blasphemous magic. I won't let you harm the living or the dead anymore. Pipefox is having a time. Do you think I need your permission? Hey you, bone bags, stand up, kill. But what if the bone bags is kill?
None shall escape.
Oh no, the skeletons have bows. This changes everything. Anyhow. Eat acid. That didn't do that much damage. Slightly disappointed. There you go, that's more damage. Although you rolled a nat 1 again. Bigitha, we had to talk about this. Turn your sword on.
I'll cut you wide open.
Now, did Darren take a thing that gave him... Yeah, so his cure spells are now close rather than touch, right? Sure are. Wow, that works. Okay, Darren. Good job.
You won't survive me.
Oh no, he survived you. Yeah, sure. Prayer. We get buffed, you get unbuffed. Love this for us. That skeleton has a bow as well. It's spreading. Snowball. Again with the terrible rolls. Well, kill that fool. Fool died. Thank you for coming within stab range.
Spirits demand your blood.
You have been stabbed. Please fill in our feedback form. In the next world... That only did 4 damage, Darren. I was just talking you up. Just.
Endure this.
But luckily, Lan is still Lan. Yep. Double kill. Sure. Lan, keep lanning. What? Oh, I seem to have accidentally done something that I didn't know I could do. Cool. Well, guess that's the end of his turn. Stop shooting Lan! That's not the way round this is meant to work.
You should have listened to reason.
the dinosaur charge is, like, even if it only does 2 damage, as in that case, it's still very cool. Let's be real.
Is it flawed?
You should use your healing for actual healing, because I've just seen your health. Close enough.
Make every strike count.
Every strike counted.
To the bones today.
Excuse me, why are you standing up again? We just murdered you. I surrender. Stop. I give up. Don't hit me. The young man in black robes throws his hands up in a dramatic gesture. You damned rat. How dare you? Suddenly, Social becomes a totally different person. The artist's delicate hands clench into fists, while his voice comes out as a menacing roar. He leaps at the necromancer and breaks his nose with a single blow. Legend. You scumbag! I remember you. You came to our temple begging for healing just a month ago. We fed you, we shared our table with you, and took you in. Then you... I don't even know what I'm going to do with you. Legend. Stop it! I'd surrender! Yo. Social ignores the necromancer's cries of pain, punching him right in the teeth. The necromancer spits blood, but continues, fighting past the wild blows to his increasingly bruised and busted face. You are a priest of Shilin. I've surrendered, so you have to spare my life. Your goddess demands it. Is that actually a thing? Yes, the Eternal Rose is known for her grace. She teaches us to show mercy to anyone who asks for it. One thing to slay an enemy in battle, but a captive, we must try to save their soul. Show them the beauty of the world. Persuade them to abandon the path of evil. It's difficult, but the world is better for it. Transformative justice. You love to say it. I'm just repeating your own sermons back to you. Come on, Social, try to make me repent my sins. Perhaps your kind words will make me abandon Baphomet's teachings, run to Shalem for redemption, and start knitting some masterpieces of my own. Cultist smirks impudently. Do you... like, really? Even this guy? I don't know. May Shalem forgive me, but I've never had to struggle with this burden before. He looks at the cultist with visible disgust. I had no time to try healing the souls of villains. I was always preoccupied with healing the bodies of those hurt by them. The cleric looks up at the sky. Forgive me, Eternal Rose. You teach us to be merciful to our enemies and love them, but I'm too weak, I'm afraid. Grant me absolution from this sin, for this kind of love is beyond me. Surprisingly vague on the subject of kneecaps down here. I mean, you've given me the option. God, I can't even remember what I'm quoting there. Oh, it's Firefly, isn't it? Yes. Anyway, yeah. Social knocks the necromancer down to the ground. Enough. He is defeated and will disturb the dead no longer. Humbling him further is not justice, only revenge. I had absolutely no idea there was so much rage in me. It's a shame, a disgrace, but I must admit that I enjoyed beating him. Forgive me for letting you see me like this. It should never have happened. Social wipes the necromancer's blood off his knuckles and steps away from him. You're the commander and he is your captive. It's up to you to decide his fate. Everything comes down to me eventually, doesn't it? I surrender. Here, take everything I've got. Just don't kill me. Cultist turns out his pockets. We get a scroll. Let's not persuade Social to break his vows and murder a guy. Fine. Prison. Jail for cultists for 1,000 years. Yes, that's the right thing to do. Cleric lets out a sigh of relief. Thank you. You're welcome. Sociel examines the devastated graveyard, then diverts his attention to the terrified townspeople. It's all right. You're safe now. We should bury the bodies again. This is a place of peace, and we must not leave it desecrated like this. The townsfolk are clearly terrified of even looking at the fallen undead, but Sociel's soft words reassure them. As they work together, the graveyard soon regains its tranquil appearance. After a prayer, Sociel bows his head before the graves of his friends for the last time. May the eternal rose grant them peace at last. Let's be on our way. We have many more innocents to protect from the horrors of war. Yes, we do. Kind of would have liked to loot those undead we just killed, but hey. Is the exit this way? I assume yes. Well, goodbye. Right down by. Yeah, they didn't drop anything good anyway. Oh yes, I forgot. There's a whole kind of constrained path thing we've got going on, isn't there? And are they our armies? Yeah. Oh yes, we actually have to do these battles, don't we? Yes, and it's turn-based. I forgot this. Bit weird doing these in turn-based. It's just like, hey, we spent the whole game teaching you this system. Now forget it. I think we might be outmatched, huh? And I didn't know this because the numbers were not particularly clear. Or maybe we're good, I don't know. Why do they glow blue when I'm hitting them? I'm not totally clear of the systems at play here, I'll be real. Let's just stand here and just wang each other with swords for 50 turns. And then eventually, one of us will be declared the winner. That's how it works. Okay, those cultists are nearly dead. They have any special thing? Ah, sacrifice. Give 10 EP to the general when damaged. Cool. So, yeah, there are clearly more systems going on. And now, we just big long punch up until it ends. And one of these numbers is bigger than the other, so we're probably going to be fine. Probably. Of course, if we keep not managing to make their number go down... There's probably more strategic things I could be doing. This is honestly quite funny. Finally, somebody dies after I hit you with swords 100 times. High morale enables footmen to attack again. Why is my morale high? This has been awful. What do these do? Oh, there's an auto battle. Cool. I don't need to be clicking. What do I look like, a peasant? There we go. We lost a lot of people, but hey, we technically won. You've defeated your first enemy army and received a number of finance points. You could use them to hire a general. I should do that. Fighter, ranger, or wizard. Generals cannot be killed. Nice. And their attack and defense are added to all the units in their army. Neat. Crusaders stumbled upon a group of ragged and exhausted scouts. They'd set out on a patrol mission deep into the World Wound, but then when Canabras was attacked, they found themselves cut off and surrounded by demons. Surviving in such hostile conditions was not easy, but the scout spirits remained high, and they readily joined the commander's forces. Yeah, you did. We recruited archers. Go us. Having defeated the army, the Crusaders scattered across the battlefield in search of trophies. The officers keep an eye on the process, so that all the valuable trophies go to the treasury and do not end up in the pockets of lucky soldiers, but they mostly end up in the pockets of the officers, I would assume. How do we hire a general? Is it in recruit? Merging and splitting units? Stand them next to each other on the map? Okay. No. Where's my other army? They're in the same place. Why don't we just merge them? Oh, these are those rangers who just joined me. So is that just movement, that number? Yeah. It's how far they have left to move this turn. That feels weird for that to be the one thing they display. Yeah, how do I hire a general? Ah, we have a large map. There's Dresden. These are places we've been told to go. There's Ruins, Pretty Creek. And then the World Wound gets very bad over here. I'll probably do something about that at some point. I have no doubt. But for now, how the hell do I recruit a general? Assign general, recruit new general, there we go. So we've got wizard, fighter, master of maneuver, more units in the army, pretty good. Makes everybody more defensive. Okay. Sound quite good. Or we just go hard on spells with you. Texas Silverhill or Baroness Gaunther? Well, purely based on the fact that Baroness Gaunther is like that avatar is one I used when I tried to play Pathfinder Kingmaker before it turned out to be too buggy to play. We're gonna hire her. I should probably go back to camp because so many of my people are dead. Army has no movement points left. Okay. But meanwhile, us... What? What's going on? Oh. You intersect with your armies and a thing happens. Magical anomalies are common in the world of Galarian. So common that the use of the word anomaly itself is questionable. A regular city dweller will encounter a chaotic manifestation of supernatural power at least once in their lifetime. One might naturally assume that the strange sky, the ghostly fire from rifts in the ground, the rain of eyeballs, all that the world wound is known for, should find some purchase in the mortal mind. But even the most worldly of travellers feel uneasy at its borders. Why? Perhaps instinctively they understand that this place is not merely a magical wasteland, but a wound, an ulcer through which the world itself bleeds into the abyss. The commander and her army walk up the high bank of the West Selland River, where it draws near the border of the world wound. The soldiers' feet halt unbidden. On the other bank rises a series of cliffs, too regular in shape to have been formed by wind or water. The sky hangs over their sharp edges and sickening bends, the shade of mercury on the horizon rising to dirty rust. As it arches above the soldiers' heads, it regains its familiar azure hue. The soldiers whisper and grumble. The commander feels eyes upon her back. Somewhere among them, wearing simple armor and unrecognized by anyone, the ruler of Mendev is standing and watching the new commander closely. I'm not convinced that was a great idea, but you gave me the button. The commander gives a signal to wait and climbs to the highest point along the bank. There she decides too. So just look around. Address the soldiers. I mean, we've got a plus 17. Yeah. Speech time. Address soldiers. Boost morale. Darren, don't screw this for me. Thanks, Darren. Establishing rapport with her troops is yet another battle that the leader must face. Through the subtle alchemy of words, one can win trust and raise morale, or lose faith in authority. Addressing the army on the border of the world wound, the commander seeks to establish herself as a military leader on this new battleground. And her efforts prove fruitful. The soldiers listen dutifully, smiles appearing on their faces. Someone in the ranks jokes that the demons are growing tired of waiting for them. The army keeps moving. Lines of soldiers step warily beneath the shroud of low black clouds. It's like the world wound has reached out a finger into the lands of Mendev. The gesture seems eerily harmless, but then the clouds come to life, shooting out howling tornadoes one after another. Tornadoes come from all sides, from ahead, behind, and right above the soldiers' heads. The power of the elements on one side of the scales, the soldiers' faith and inspiration on the other. It's plain to see which is greater. The determined army runs the gauntlet of tornadoes. The struggle lasts over half an hour, but the army's only losses are a few bags of supplies and a dozen hats whipped off into the sky. Why are you just wearing hats? Helmets, guys! After stopping to catch their breath, the soldiers continue on. Their first encounter with the world wound has entered in their favour. Yeah, morale. All my characters are fatigued. I won't begin resting because we're about to be back at camp where we can rest properly and not get world wound corrupted. Come on, guys. And we can refresh our spell slots. Oh. And smash cut back in our tent. Lan approaches you, casually polishing a ripe apple on his sleeve and smiling. I knew I'd find you here. It's been hard trying to catch you alone recently. Everybody seems to want something from you. You being the commander of the crusade probably has something to do with it. That's what I wanted to talk to you about. Lan's expression grows serious. I've seen you fight plenty of times now. The way you charge into battle like everything's depending on you. Well, I mean, I have a Triceratops. I don't know if you're trying to be a hero or if it's just your own honor at work or a Triceratops, but when I think about you getting hurt, it's like my insides just turn to ice. Because we're friends, and I worry about you. I know. You're the commander, and you've got to lead the charge. But let me protect you. It's the least I can do for you. Lan looks into your eyes. Because we're comrades, right? And I don't want a comrade to be devoured by demons. This is the game being like, hey, here's a romance option. Have you considered? And, I mean, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't at least intrigued by half lizard man murder machine. You're a bit wholesome, but... two sounds less kind of direct, but still. I'm pleased you've taken it upon yourself to protect me, Lan. I feel better when I know you're with me, because you can kill everybody so efficiently. Lan turns the scaled side of his face to you. I guess I'd hoped you'd say something like that, but I didn't actually believe it possible, so I haven't prepared any kind of smooth response. Well, you can count on me, or does it need an extra little flourish? Alright, I'll just add thank you for your trust, and leave it at that, because this conversation is getting awkward now. You literally started it. Anyway, I've restocked everybody's spell books, right? Yes. Okay, we go sleep now. Can't do protective rituals because we're already in a protected place. Don't need to do camouflage or night watch for the same reason. But hey, we can cook. Wings and thighs. Gets temporary hit points. Onion soup, bonus to savings, fish on a stick. Means we can go longer before becoming fatigued. Actually kind of love that. Fish on a stick. Stick of fish. Fish and a stick of a fish stick. I don't know where I'm going. Oh, I haven't assigned somebody who can actually scribe scrolls. Nanny-o! We need the higher level scroll scribing kit. Stone Cold. Sure, why not? And go!
I know you're a paladin and all, but just hear me out. We go into a tavern, you challenge the local champion to a drinking match, and I'll work my magic on the crowd to make them all bet on him. We'll split the takings 50-50. How about it?
Drinking is fun, not work. I can't take money for that.
I know you're a paladin and all, but what if you weren't for a bit? Which, I mean, she's not just a paladin. We're giving her levels in the... We're, like, leveling her into the much less inhibited Hell Knight. What? Hello? So, don't clip through my Triceratops like that. A message for the commander. A knight in simple armor lowers his voice. I am the Queen's bodyguard. She sent me to tell you she's arrived at Camp Incognito as planned. You can find her where the minor knightly orders are camped. Come if you wish to speak with her. Sure, why not? Certainly. Sure would be nice if she was marked on my map. Bio-break. So neither the direction the messenger came from, nor the direction the messenger went. Unless I've gone the wrong way. Theft of eggs. Egg theft. Apparently I missed him. Oh, right. So it is the way the messenger went, just kind of up and round. Fair enough. Hello, Your Majesty. I'm just going to do some light theft first. There's milk and rice in here. I can make rice pudding with that. Queen Galfrey nods to you cordially. Her armor is plain and unadorned. As promised, I entered the ranks incognito along with a few bodyguards. I have introduced myself as Katrain, an old friend of yours. I'm a knight of a minor order, the Green Crows. We shall see how long it takes a Nevia to sniff me out. Why did you make me Knight Commander? Like, we literally just met. Because for 100 years I have protected my lands, trying to drive the demon horde back into the abyss. I've tried every right and rational method. The Queen affords herself a brief, grim smirk. My armies have been led by the greatest generals, even Iomede's angels. My goddess's herald created the wardstones for us. We have tasted victory more than once. We have failed to close the world. As for you, do not call yourself a stranger. You're the savior of Canabras. Hundreds of its people saw the power that descended upon you and turned the demons to dust. It's the sign they've awaited for decades. It's a sign for all loyal hearts and followers of Iomade. Time has come. Hope has been rekindled in the hearts of my subjects, thanks to you. Hope is a priceless resource. I had no choice but to give it wings. How does it feel to be old? Oh, wait, no, we've got to spin off that. Good at the sign they've been waiting for, but not you so much. Your question seems to catch the Queen off balance. A strange spark flashes in her eyes. When Aradin perished and Iomade took over his legacy, I was among the first to serve the new goddess. We know Aradin? Oh yeah, the guy who raised the Starstone. I helped restore her church from the ashes left by the chaos after Aradin's death. Since then, I have served the Inheritor loyally and truthfully. I like to believe that I have earned the blessing of my goddess. The Queen's voice is surprisingly ardent. After I learned what happened in Canabras when I met you with the Defender's Heart, I had so many questions. Is it true that what happened was Iomede's work? Why did she give this power to someone unknown rather than one of her most loyal followers? Either my faith has grown weak, and recognize the deeds of my goddess even when they're happening right in front of me. Is the goddess somehow testing me? These doubts were like poison. But I refused to let them poison me. I was being poisoned and corrupted by doubt, so I decided not to be. The end. I gave you an army, declared you Knight Commander, and accepted you as I would anyone chosen by the goddess. Cool. So, as I was saying, how does it feel to be old? Still, you sound like a prosecutor at a trial. Why allow yourself what others cannot have against all natural law? That's what I hear in your question. Queen frowns. But rulers benefit from criticism, do they not? I shall answer thus. The decision to prolong my life was not mine. It was the decision of the Church of Iomade. The Sun Orchid elixirs have been paid for by the Church. The priests determined that I was needed in these dark times, both as a ruler and a chosen paladin of Iomade. I accepted their decision and the great responsibility it entails. So, let me get this straight. The leading religious body in this country made a magic potion from a plant that they've been giving to you to prolong your life and give you superhuman capabilities. Are you the Black Panther? Alright, bye. Don't forget, here I am, Katrain, the Knight. Nailed it. Are there any companions I don't have quests going on with? Probably easier if I look in here, right? No, their quests don't go in there. I thought they did. Now let's just quickly talk to everybody. Break. Anything interesting? What do you think of your new powers? I don't like them. Can't deny that they're useful, but this is the way of things I'm accustomed to. Every power must have a name. The powers the druids and shifters have are fair. Gods and spirits grant them to us, and only for good reason. First, you have to earn your power, prove you're worthy of it, show you're grateful for it. Then you can start using it. But this, who gave it to us? For what purpose? What do we have to give in return? It's one mystery after another. I'll tell you what I think. This power feels a lot like it in sorcery. In our lands, people could get sent to Threshold for toying with powers like this. For everyone's safety. Okay, bye. Soft grass underfoot to you. Does anybody have companion side quests they would like me to undertake? Amber, how are you doing with being mythicized? Abilities? The girl tilts her head to her shoulder. What are you talking about? Oh, the tricks you learned when the big grey house blew up. They're funny. Thanks for teaching them to me. They are funny. Also, what do you think about the bit where I got given an army for Christmas? The elf focuses her wandering gaze on your eyes, smiles, and shakes her head. I believe titles. All of us in the world are children of the street. Barefoot, hungry, scared. And a step away from death. Some imagine they're strong and rich like gods. Don't forget who you really are behind the title. Ember, keeping it real. Bye. Horse. We have found Horse Corner. And we have failed perception checks. Love seeing perception check failed in the log. Just like, yeah, could have seen something here. Didn't. Man. You know what? I'm gonna just kind of try and speed run through some dialogue here, just in case there is a side quest hiding. You speak Common much better than the rest of your tribe. Well, this sounds racist. Funnily enough, Common isn't all that common underground. But your observation is correct. I used to live on the surface with my parents for a while and had a chance to learn a couple of things. The language, and the fact that every peasant who sees my scaly mug screams, "Demon!" and runs away. I don't know if you're interested, but my mom wasn't from an underground tribe. She was a smuggler, the kind that used the dungeons of Canabras to secretly move and store goods. One time, two gangs couldn't agree on how to share a prime cut, got into a fight, and the winners threw the losers down a hole. Dead and living alike. My dad went to check the corpses, had anything useful on them, found a girl from the surface, fairly clean to light. An incredible feeling sparked between them, or maybe the girl just liked men with scales and a cat nose. Yeah, some people are into that. One way or another, he got her back on her feet, and he later even left his home cave. She left her smuggling behind. They had a life together. And that's the delightful story of how Lan came into this world. The next chapter, however, my family and I never stayed in one place for long. We lived sometimes on the surface, sometimes underground, with a find a place to call home. Living in the caves was hard on my mum, and my dad's appearance raised too many questions in Mendev. They're a war against the demons, after all. In the end, my parents decided to stop making each other miserable and separated. My father and I returned to our tribe. I think the peasants screaming, "Demon!" had something to do with it. Or maybe Dad just couldn't stand life without rat tail soup. Wouldn't rule out the possibility. Did you come with me just so you could see the surface again? No, that wasn't it. I just don't have much patience for certain types of creatures. Demons, I mean. They want to destroy Canabras. I'll be on the side of the people they're attacking. Lan looks away. Don't lie to me. I guess you're right. I shouldn't have been so evasive. It's just that some things are hard to talk about. My family, for example. Don't like how this whole line of questioning and everything was hidden behind the one thing that looked like a really racist comment. My birth, how take me, turned out to be a great misfortune for my parents, all because I'm relatively healthy. And the best thing that can come from a marriage between a cave-dwelling mongrel and anyone from the surface. A healthy child with the right number of hands and feet, no apparent defects, no missing organs or other problems. They saw hope in me, so risked having more children. They thought it would somehow be alright. I'm gonna guess it wasn't. Could have had 4 brothers. The first was born 2 years after me and died 3 years later. He didn't have a nose. Nothing even remotely resembling one. He could only breathe through his mouth. Mum and Dad were afraid to take their eyes off him for fear he'd choke and suffocate on something, but in the end it was his weak heart that killed him. God, okay, this has got very heavy all of a sudden. I was just looking for companion quests, not for us to suddenly start having a deep conversation about birth defects. Yeah, no, moving on. You don't have to keep going if you don't want to. So I just tell you when I make it to the end. Well, I'm not going to read most of this. Want to know why I followed you to the surface? Here's the reason. Turns out that this time Mum was expecting triplets. First, the baby was born in pieces, and the two others didn't live with her. About 3 weeks later, the father took me to the caves. Didn't want to leave. Didn't want to leave, but I think my mum and he decided to get together. Cursed my people who carried since the first crusade stood between them, and old age was rapidly taking its toll on my father. He only lived another 4 years. So if you're asking me why I decided to go up with you to the surface and join the Crusaders, I'd always wanted to. I was afraid to leave my tribe, but it always haunted me that I'd die in a world where 4 Crusades could do nothing to stop the beast from the abyss, and the number of victims kept growing. I wanted to do something. Well, you have helped the number of victims keep growing, just on the other side. And if changing things is too much to ask, at least get a little revenge. The ones who are behind the world wound owe me a great debt. The lives of 4 brothers, all my mother's tears, my father's broken heart. It's a lot. So much that killing a couple of demons won't do it for me. I want to do something real, and I'm ready to pay any price. Call it my personal crusade, if you like. I used to think that things would be better if I'd never been born, but now I think I was born for this, to settle the score. Oh. Yeah. We'll get back to this heavy line of questioning in a minute, because I need to take a short break. Twitch want me to do a capitalism, you know how it is. So, hey, I'm going to go away and grab some more water and just stand up and stretch. All of those good things while I run some ads. All of y'all should do the self-care things too. Get up, move around, have a drink, have a snack. Take your meds if you need to. This is your reminder. And, yeah, let the ads run if you can, and I will be back in a few minutes with more birth trauma simulator, but also other things. That made it sound so much worse. Anyway, bye. And I'm back. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Pathfinder, where I am speedrunning Land's Trauma. Why didn't you join the Crusaders before? Couldn't just abandon my tribe. I'm their best hunter. They'll have it much harder without me. But now the demons nearly destroyed the city and the cave has almost collapsed. Couldn't just sit and wait it out. More useful up here than I'm down there, and the chief let me go, which, cool. Do you want to find your mother? It feels like the side quest leading that way. No. No, I don't want to meet her, not because I feel any resentment, it's just that she's a half-elf. She's barely got her first grey hair, and I'll be a ramshackle old man. She's buried enough children, there's no need to make her witness the death of another one. Yep, that's fair. I am truly sorry. Well, then I'm very lucky I met someone who not only helped me choose the right path, but is happy to listen to my whining. But hey, what if you fall in love? And break my beloved's heart when I die in her arms 5 years later? That's a fine thing to do to the person you love. And again, there's a chance I'll inspire some tragic bard to write a tearful ballad. Well, we'd better go and find ourselves a bard. Thanks for sharing. Don't tell me your story again. Oh god, there's so much. Oh, what's it like living in caves? It sounds about like living in a cave. You know what? None of that seems relevant. This feels side questy. You said you were prepared to risk your life to do something meaningful? What did you mean? To invent a new salad and have it named after me. Yeah, truth be told, I don't know. It'd be much easier if all I really wanted was to kill demons, then demons, then demons, then demons. Good, honest rage and no needless brooding. Envy the warriors who can live like that. But I can't. If life's taught me anything, it's that there are no easy choices. Dying a glorious death isn't enough. Some heroes of the Crusades did that and also saved entire settlements, erected the ward stones. What does this link me to? Oh, just about the Crusades. Their actions kept the lands of Mendev safe for decades. That's what I want, for my dumb, short life to have meant something. Yes, okay, you want to do something meaningful. But vague. Okay, sure. Bye. Who else wants us to blast through their dialogue? I missed Nenio. Camellia, you're just up here. Apparently. No? There you are. What do you think of these powers? People of noble descent grow accustomed to ample opportunity. The powers I receive from you are useful, but I see no point in treating them with excessive piety. Just like, I got superpowers, but then I deserved superpowers. Because I'm rich. Mysterious elf. Hello. Damn it. You again, soldier. What? Well, so who were you just talking to? Yeah, who was that? I don't know, Commander. Never introduced herself, but I bet she's not a part of our army. I know all our soldiers by name and by sight. She was looking for some elf volunteer, wanted to know which tent he was sleeping in. But I thought she was a messenger from Mendev. Definitely wasn't one of us. Now I see how it all looks mighty shifty. She was some sort of spy then. Well, just like, welp, guess she was a spy. Anyway. Do you have like a better... Are you just equipment? Do you have that better scroll kit? No. Mostly you just have equipment and drink. Did the blacksmith have these things? Why would the blacksmith have these things, Emma? Don't know. Left. We'll talk to whoever driven a sec. August. Oh, yeah. No, he wanted to talk to us, didn't he? I forgot about that. Well, August Worm has been expecting you, thumbs stuck in his belt. There you are. I've been waiting. As you see, I too have joined the crusade. I don't know how to swing the sword, but war is costly and I have money. Besides, my intellect and business sense may prove useful even on the battlefield. Besides, I believe... August shifts awkwardly from foot to foot. I believe I owe you an apology. The way I behaved was rude. Ill-mannered. You're an honest and honourable person. You've clawed your way up from the bottom of society to the title of Knight Commander, and you're friends with Queen Galfrey herself. Ah, that's it. So it's now that I'm friends with high society. Such persistence deserves respect. August tilts his head in a brief acknowledgement of your merits. Please allow me to give you this magical amulet from my humble personal treasury to mark our future cooperation. Oh, that's an interesting question. Do you know anything about Darren? He's a brilliant young man with a brilliant pedigree. And that story of his. The nobility is the glue that keeps our society together, really. I suppose that is why demons so often choose their estates as primary targets. Who would notice the demons' bloody massacres if they only slaughtered poor country folk? Or maybe they do and you didn't notice. The Arrendale family shared the tragic plight of the Worms. Along with many other members of the nobility, they fell victim to a treacherous attack during a major celebration taking place at their family estate. I hadn't received an invitation and was slightly insulted by the snub, but it turned out to be a blessing in disguise. The gods saved me from a terrible fate. All of the guests died that day from a magical demonic disease. Or something else. I sympathise with the Count dearly. He's endured so much, and it's no wonder he keeps himself aloof from me. What is that under my desk? How did that... My charge cables are escaping. I think this is due to the fact that August Worm's fate so resembles his own, and we both have to relive those horrible memories whenever we see each other. So, he knows. Okay, bye. You're a confusing one, Hog. Well, do you have any new things? No? What do you think of these new powers? You mean what you did back there? I have a few ideas. We could send you to a Pitax underground arena to fight, give you a scary name like Swift Sting or something like that. Give you a great cover story. Enemies burn down your house, you're avenging your dead family. Public eats that stuff up. You'll wear a shiny, eye-catching outfit, or black one if you like black better. We'll split the prize money, 60-40. 60 for me, of course. You know, arranging fights isn't easy. These people are tough. I'll be taking more risk than you. And after we get set up in Pitax, we'll tour different cities, make some real money. What, you don't like the sound of it? What, you think I should use my new mythic powers to become a pro wrestler? It's not the worst idea. Other suggestions? I got one more. Have you heard of Razmaran? some land in the River Kingdom ruled by King Rasmir. A friend of mine used to live in Rasmuran. He got out of there as fast as he could. Long story short, this King Rasmir of theirs is a god. He keeps his people under his heel. They're all terrified of what he might do. He sits on his throne wearing some white mask, giving power to anyone. Come and take power from me, he says, so long as you believe in me. But that friend of mine, the one who fled, has a half-sister on his old man's side who's a cook in the castle, and a washerwoman who the cook plays cards with in the evenings told her a juicy rumor. Thanks, Louise. The word is, Rasmir isn't a real god at all, and he's got no powers. So here's my point. You do have powers, pretty scary ones too. We'll find some shabby little kingdom, I'll start some rumors, you'll show off a few tricks to wow the locals, and that's it. We'll make you a deity. But first I want you to put it in writing that I'll be your chief advisor. I'm not doing anything just on the nod. I've been there. People promise you mountains of gold, and then when it comes to it, they're all get lost, or I'll set the dogs on you. So do you like the idea? I'll get back to you. Sure thing. Think about it. Just call me if you need me. We'll discuss it. Okay, bye. Who have we not talked to? We walked past Nenio. Let's go talk to Nenio. I mean, we've already got her quest, but, you know. Principal thing, I guess. Also theft. Yeah. Ah, girl. There you are. Very good. Just in time. You'll be delighted to know that I need you for an experiment. So, the great garrison stands ruthless. Demons are running from the hills with their tails between their legs. Mendev's queen, what's her name? It's on the tip of my... yes, Galfrey, is scurrying to and fro, and all this is somehow connected to you, my loyal follower. Thus far, there is no scientific evidence of your exceptionality if one discounts blind faith and divine intervention, which I do. We, people of science, refuse to believe in the inexplicable without any proof. We are the ones who explain the inexplicable. Nenio punctuates her statement with an energetic sweep of her arm. And therefore, open your mouth and say ah for me. Why? Isn't it obvious? I'm going to study you. Come along, don't stand in the way of science. How is the mouth involved? Perhaps there is no connection, or perhaps there is a direct connection. We'll never know unless we find out. Nenio peers into your mouth with a practiced eye. Alright, your throat's fine, tongue looks perfectly normal, your breath... The smell is in line with the regular functioning of the digestive system. Now for your teeth. She sticks one hand in your mouth and probes each of your teeth in turn with the skill of a seasoned dentist. How's she fitting a hand in my mouth? I'm very small. No detectable alterations. By the way, did you know that many individuals, while being wholly civilized representatives of their races, still have an amazingly powerful bite? As if suddenly recalling something, Nenio promptly pulls her hand out of your mouth. Are you trying to find a correlation between fang length and civility? Because this way phrenology lies. Nenio seems slightly embarrassed. For the good of science, I look for correlations everywhere and in everything. How can you prove there's no correlation if you don't bother to look for one? Correlation, causation, different things. You can find correlations between most things if you look hard enough. Crime rate in Massachusetts against this mountain rain. Yeah, I can bite people as well. Can you? We definitely must test that someday, but not today. Now we're conducting an experiment of a different kind. Moving on. Alright, what do we have next? Ears, let's check your hearing. Testing! Nenio yells right in your ear, and nods in satisfaction as she observes your reaction. Your hearing is fine. Was fine, but don't worry, it's scientifically proven that you should return to normal soon. Next. Nenio circles you. Eyes are clear, posture is satisfactory, limb length is standard, no lice. She stops, rubs her chin in contemplation, and in a slightly dejected tone says, Girl, you are the picture of health. It's a pity, I was expecting to find some anomaly. Well, now let's assess your mental state. Imagine a hypothetical situation. You are a tree. 2 squirrels have found their way into your hollow and are now copulating there. What do? I don't care that squirrels have sex. An unconscious act of good, allowing 2 lesser creatures to procreate while protecting them during this crucially important process. I take issue with your interpretations of many things, Nenio. On to the next question. Another hypothetical situation. You are a tomato. You have just been picked from the vegetable patch and put into a crate. You know that today, the cook will use half of the tomatoes from your crate to make soup. What do you do? There's nothing I can do. I'm a tomato. An unconscious act of withdrawal. Inability or unwillingness to see something bigger behind something small. Alright, I understand. Your angelic mercy speaks for itself. Your behavioral pattern definitely shows an inclination toward angels. Really? On that note, I deem this experiment complete. Thank you for your participation. Nenio looks at you pensively and then gestures at you with a wide sweep of her arm. And yet, you remain a puzzle to me. I love puzzles. One of these days, I will solve you completely. Unless I forget. Tell me about yourself. No, wait, no, we did this. You have a circle tattooed on your shoulder? I didn't know that, but... Oh, that. I do not remember the circumstances of its creation, but I like it. I prefer to think of it as a zero, null, nothing, a center point, an origin of coordinates. Reminds me how much of the unknown world there is to explore. Don't you remember how you got a tattoo? That information is irrelevant. I've decided to forget it. How can you just decide to forget things? I mean, I do it all the time. This is just one of my many talents. The secret is to stop thinking about the thing you want to forget. And the main thing is not to remember anything you don't need. To filter it, to get right to the essence. I'll teach you someday. Unless I forget. Okay, bye. What were we talking about? Nothing. See ya. Any new quests? I'll actually check my journal in a sec once we've just run everybody's dialogue a bit.
Hello. So, what do you reckon about
Voice.
everything that's come crashing down on us? All the responsibility, command, this new power?
Celia looks anxious. She's honing her sword, but her movements seem nervous. The girl doesn't even notice you at first, but when she does, she smiles cheerlessly and stops what she's doing. Yeah, I haven't quite figured it out yet. There are many mechanics at play here.
Watching and waiting is a good strategy. Probably. I'm still frightened by what happened in the Grey Garrison. Were we really chosen?
Probably.
By Iomade herself?
Maybe.
You know, back when I was a snot-nosed kid who just started down the path to becoming a paladin, I imagined once or twice that I was going to do something heroic. The lights would shine down on me, the trumpets would sing, I'd hear the voice of the goddess, or at least her herald, you know? I'd be informed that I had been chosen for a great cause. But that's the point where my imagination always failed me.
As a great philosopher once wrote, you mustn't be afraid to dream bigger, darling.
Somehow, it really happened. Without all the trumpets or the herald or even anyone explaining what I had to do. Though it's clear as day, my place is here, in this demon-ridden wound. Quite a lovely war going on, in fact. Endless, I hear. I'm gonna need some time to wrap my head around this. Spare me an hour and I'll crawl into some dark corner and whine about my hard lot. What can I tell you? I cry easily.
Cool, bye. And Darren was... there you are. So how'd you like your new role? You also enjoy poking me with that stick, don't you? Imagine it, me, a crusader. My dearest cousin hoped to teach me a lesson. She managed it perfectly. An assignment I couldn't avoid without losing face, this idiotic journey leading straight into the demon's maws. I could have been on a pleasure boat right now with the loveliest songstress in Pitax on my arm and a bottle of the finest Keonan wine to keep us company. Incidentally, I blame you for all this. Well, actually, I think my cousin Galfrey is to blame for everything that's happened to me. And I suppose some of my misdeeds could be considered my own fault, but I can hardly be expected to take responsibility, can I? Certainly not. Therefore, I shall lay all the blame at your door and plot my revenge. He gives you an innocent smile. I mean, you are self-avowed a dick, but also that all sounds like something I could see myself saying.
Move out.
All right, let's actually move out. Wait, I was going to look at my journal, wasn't I? What was the ping? We did something that triggered a perception check. Ah, was it this? May Canabras be damned. Anonymous pamphlet. May Canabras be damned for how they treat the mongrels. Interesting. Yes, I was going to look at our journal. So, visit Journal and Chili Creek. Looking particularly at ones that are do these this chapter. Find Kaylasa if she turns up. Make it to Dresden. Right, this is my main plot quest. Find something else that belonged to Redlove. Visit the nameless ruins of Nenio. Visit the abandoned Houndheart's camp with Sealer. Go to Heaven's Edge with Darren. Go to Current Glen with Ulbrig. Find the lost relic of the Crusaders. It would be wise to spend some time carefully exploring the right bank of the West Selen. Interesting. And also capture the Villareth Ford outpost to get some archers. Yes. Find the storyteller, give him this belt to fix. Also give him his notes that we found. And, yes, talk to Erebeth about how this scabbard ended up in a smuggler's cache. If I leave that tracked, is it going to tell me where the storyteller is? No? Is he one of these? When? Erebeth. Nora has her own tent area? She's the, historian who was meant to be assisting us, right? Hello. Yes, you've probably heard about this wound on my chest that occasionally just happens. Any info? Yes, indeed, I've been told of your affliction. Nora appears at the center of your chest. Can you will the wound to open? No? That's such a shame. Do you know anything about it? Well, it's difficult to say. I know of blades that leave never-healing cuts, of poisons that stop wounds from healing. I've heard of witches' curses that are rewarded with eternal wounds, but wounds that seem to reopen and heal over and over. Think it's dangerous? It most likely is dangerous, but you are under the protection of Iomade, Commander. He granted you mythic powers, they say. Surely the Inheritor would not leave you to face this alone. You perhaps notice that the wound opens at moments when you waver in your faith? Maybe it's driven by doubt. Okay. Bye. I don't... Jesus God, that I'm gonna steal all your books. I'm not gonna read them, I'm just gonna sell them. You have a... Why do you have a box of grenades? Nora? I have so many questions.
I lead, you follow.
Just so much crap in your tent. Including, notably, and I say it again, a box of grenades. Who even is High Law? I forget. Oh, yeah, this guy. Pathfinder guy. Oh, right, yes. Do you know anything about... you're the Pathfinder Guild representative. Do you want to... do you know anything about this sword? Let me think. Dismar. I've definitely heard that name before. Of course you have. I'm a Pathfinder too. So, you're the chief in these lands now? What about Lady Aweri? When I left the wound, she had just taken up the position. I'm afraid Aweri perished during the Third Crusade. Yes, now I remember. Finian Dismar went missing in the wound at the end of the Second Crusade. His name has been on the list of the fallen for a while. Here I am, alive and well, writing your list that I'm back, and soon I'll file a detailed report about everything that happened to me. Finian's voice is full of joy. I knew it was a misunderstanding, but now everything will return to normal. He's right to my folks, they probably think I'm dead too. I probably think they're dead. All I had. But such is the fate of a Pathfinder. We face the unknown, but sometimes the unknown wins, and our mind cannot take it. What does I need brave and experienced fighters do? 18,000 gold coin. No. Okay, well, I'll go over here and talk to Erebeth. Erebeth, I found your scabbard. Commander, allow me to say something. Erebeth looks even more serious than usual. Before you, this wasn't a war. It was agony, drawn out over decades. No one believed in victory anymore. When the demons attacked the city, for some it was a relief. At least the end had come. They laid down their weapons and surrendered without a fight. I felt the same thing, but somehow I got through on stubbornness and the vague hope that if nobody found Nevia's body, she might by some miracle have survived. And that miracle was you. You returned my beloved to me when I nearly lost all hope of seeing her alive again. And you went on a suicide mission to the great garrison and won the city back for us. You turned a defeat into a victory. I know it wasn't easy, but you make everything seem so effortless. You do everything just like that. The Queen believes in your powers too, but for me, they're just more proof of what I felt that day when I saw Nevia alive standing next to you. You're the miracle we've been waiting for. You're the one who will finally put an end to this terrible war and, in spite of everything, deliver us the victory we so desperately need. With you, I'm sure this crusade will achieve what the others could not. I like this. You deserve a noble title more than many who inherit them. Thank you, Commander. An honor to hear that, especially from you. Every noble family begins somewhere. You must have heard the recent story from the stolen lands in the River Kingdom. Just imagine it. Coming from nowhere and making it all the way to a royal crown in just a few years. I mean, you can do that anywhere with enough violence. Sometimes I wonder what would happen if I managed to distinguish myself somehow, but then I push away at such unworthy, selfish thoughts, of course. You don't fight for rewards. The fate of the world is at stake. And yet... Anyway, found this scabbard. Scabbard held the solemn hour, my family sword. My father once fought with it, and I took it when I left home to become a paladin. Alas, it was not stolen. I parted with my heirloom willingly, to help someone dear to me. Nevia needed expensive healing, and having no other way to procure the money, I pawned my father's sword. I think he would have understood. I'm sure he would have given up everything to help the family. I hoped to redeem the solemn hour eventually. There was never enough money, and soon the sword disappeared from the pawn shop altogether. I have no idea who took it. Seems like I'll have to part with my father's sword forever. Is she still sick? You'll forgive me if I don't go into detail. It's a private matter. Suffice to say, everything is fine now. The treatment was costly, but it was worth it. Calling it now, if they're alluding here to Nevia being trans, that would make a lot of sense. Ah, you really do love her. A delicate blush appears on Erebeth's cheeks. She nods, silently. Erebeth lovingly traces the name imprinted in silver on the scabbard's leather. My parents were loyal servants, yet it wasn't enough to earn them a title or a coat of arms. Still, however humble our name might be, it is worth something. I don't know if I'll ever see the solemn hour again, but at least I have its scabbard back. Thank you. Goodbye. I'm gonna go in your tent now. Probably steal your stuff. Especially if your stuff is magic armor and a book I won't read. But wait, there's more. Massive bed is clean and neatly made. Only commanding officers are allowed such luxury during marches. Jesus, you have so much stuff, and it's so stealable. I've come out of your tent now, bye! Don't think too hard about it. What other tents can I go into? Because that's my tent. Maybe Storyteller in Chapel? What? Somebody just cast some kind of spell? Okay. No, but I can rob the shrines. I'm a perfectly good person. Glowing croissant. Excuse me? Cool. Sorry for the sound glitch there. Just had to try and debot the chat for a bit. You know how it is. Maybe in Medic Tent? That's the only other sub-area there is here. Or... Social, Visali, and Kiado are in here. And Fawn. And stuff I can just take. So much theft. Visali, can I sell you all the stuff I just stole? Also this club. Amulet of Black Mirror. Whenever the wearer of this amulet uses a hex, DC of saving throw against it is increased by 1. So that's for Camellia, which makes sense given where I got it. A decapitated head. The severing of the neck is unnaturally clean and likely was performed using magic. You have no idea how these terrifying remains ended up among your belongings. Pardon me? Yeah, that genuinely has got me. Huh. You just sell scrolls? No. Ah, you have the better scroll scribing kits. They're really expensive. I'll grab level 4. In fact, I'll trade it for level 2. Trade-in discount. Oh, I should probably talk to Social after that whole graveyard debacle, shouldn't I? Do we know anything about yourself? I have a flirt button. Your art is so touching. Perhaps I could pose for a portrait sometime? Just you and me. Social looks away embarrassed. I enjoy your attention, and I would be pleased if you would pose for me, but I hope you will understand that this is art and nothing more. I am sorry, but my romantic interests lie elsewhere. Cool. Very gay. Good to know. Bye. It is always...
Onwards.
Okay, that was just Leota coming into existence, I guess. Where's the storyteller these days? Oh, I thought that would get me to... No, no, no. Fine, I guess we just leave and see what happens. Okay, we want Sealer now. Let's drop Camellia, take Waldriff. Right, let's just rotate as much as we can. Sure. That's a lineup. That is a lineup that exists. Beware the succubus. Yeah, I know. We fought a couple. They were annoying. So, should I just look up where the storyteller's meant to be? I can't remember if he's told us. Yes, I know. Yes, that's where we find him originally. Defender's Heart. I'll move to the Crusaders' camp. But as soon as the camp moves, he disappears. Okay, so we'll see. There you go. Thanks, Internet. We'll see him again later. No. Crusader Army, can you, like, replenish your peoples here? Or, oh, right, you have to do it all manually with your money. That makes sense. Oh, but that's a separate army. I thought they were the same army. Nope, that's not what that button does. Then we will advance with these. And that's all they can move for today. Switch back to the heroes. Right, next up, Sealer, side quest time. Everybody should ride their mounts. I got you these mounts for a reason.
No one stands in my way.
They don't call them not mounts. Got him. Yes, because this is where, like, her friends were meant to be. Yeah. We're finally here. Elan and Curl must be around here somewhere, and Jana too, if they gave her permission to leave. Ah, There they are. Can I remember what any of these were meant to sound like? No. Greetings, Sila, and greetings to you, Knight Commander. Oh yeah, he was that voice. Sarah Lam puts his hands behind his back and bows slightly. And he casts an inquisitive glance at you. He seems less friendly than he was the day you met at the Defender's Heart. I mean, many people are less friendly when met outside of the pub. Jana puts her hands on her hips. She looks even more dashing than usual. That's just a very, oh no, I'm gay sentence. Alana's feeling a little shy. He thought he asked for help from a couple nobodies like us, but now you've turned into the saviors of Canabras, knights of the Fifth Crusade, marked by Iomede's blessing. You still came to help him dig through a pile of junk. Sela frowns a little. Let's not talk about it. I assure you, I'm the same Sela, your friend from the League of the Carp, and we came here to help you look for Alan's ring. By the way, where's Curl? He didn't come with us. Said no wound was acting up. Alright, my friends, since we're here, let's finish this mission quickly. I really don't feel comfortable bothering the Knight Commander with my personal problems. Glad we're here to help you, Alan. I hope everything works out perfectly for your wedding. I love weddings so much. They're full of joy and new beginnings. But I haven't been to any yet. Can I come? Of course, Lady Amber. Let's hope my bride doesn't run away from the bungler who managed to lose the ring he bought for her. Alright. Where should we look for a ring? What is the ring? Last time I saw the ring was with my things in my traveling chest. Now the camp's in total disarray. I don't know how we'll ever find it. The ring is made of a shiny silver metal, so silver, with a deep blue-green jewel. You wouldn't miss it. Master Derek is not just a jewel, he's an artist. There's no mistaking one of his creations. A trinket worth several months' pay, Alan? The rules on the surface are insane. You should give you girls fried rats like we do. You'd save yourself a lot of trouble. I mean, Lan's kind of not wrong. Alright, let's go. Now and I will look around the northern side. We'll see when we find something, or when we give up trying.
Over there.
I'm not going to just kill this deer. I will take this thing. Hello, stags.
Move out.
Knowledge checks. Love it. Torn flag of the Hound Hearts. Small, but noble order of Crusaders. Ground is trampled and there are signs of battle everywhere. The Hound Hearts were clearly attacked by demons here. Jesus, hey Amanda, why did we install... Why did we give you Heelys? Whee! This game really was not expecting you to give Sealer a horse. He is glitchy as all hell. A melted shard of a ring. Oh no. There's a trace of lost power. If you find all the fragments, somebody could restore it for you. Unless... that's like the same thing as my piece of a holy symbol? I doubt it. Or if this is just a different ring. Whee! Oh my god. At least... oh, that was a trap. Quasit. Small Quasit demon emerges from the chest. Looks at you angrily, screwing up its ugly little face. Judge much? It's holding a shiny object in its paws, a sparkling silver ring with a large blue-green jewel. It's mine! Mine! Alan, look at that creepy thing. What's it holding? I've seen one of those before. Those small demons like to tease and bully. Little bolt could sense any real threat. Let's surround it and attack all together before we can figure out what's happening. And let's say all of this out loud right next to it. Good job. Good job. Mine! Quasit throws its paws in the air and splashes you with beams of colour. You hear insolent giggling. The demon is jumping up and down, throwing the ring into the air and catching it. Mine! Mine! Elan! Jana! Steela glances at her friends, then turns to you. They're all right. They'll come round soon. Quickly, Bigitha lodged us here. Let's catch the little rascal before it runs off with the ring. Quickly, follow that wretch. He can't have gone far. We'll investigate the rest of the camp later, I guess. Mine. The ring is mine. You can't catch me, silly weak gnome.
Head on!
Come and get me. You're too slow. It's fun to play. Okay, well, I'm just going to do some theft. There's a hat here. A hat of hardening song. We have no bard. No song will harden. Camellia picked... Everybody's sliding... Not Camellia, even with
Pretty good, aren't I?
You know, they've got the same desperate need for validation. You can see how I made the mistake. Give me the ring, you scoundrel. Hello, Carl. You are here after all. Poor Alan managed to get to the closet. The halfling Curl appears right next to it, quite out of nowhere. He snatches the ring from the demon's paws. You mustn't get it. Oh, what are you? Thrusting herself between Alan and Curl, despite being over here on a horse, Seela barely manages to absorb the blow aimed at the halfling. Alan, stop! Have you gone mad? You're using a summon spell. Why did you stop?
I won't let you hurt my friends.
Some lovely prey has just stepped into my trap. No. Oh, no, that's Jana. No. Alan, Seela, help. I didn't sign up for this. Get ready. We're on our own now. I mean, will we ever not?
You crossed the wrong mongrel.
4 arrows. No waiting. And yet you survive. Curious. Oh no, Waldriff got sneak attacked. Truly we are come full circle. Moving away would just attack opportunity all over the place, so guess we better just stab.
All right?
That wasn't very effective.
This will be the stuff of legend.
Legend about when I hit somebody with a club.
Alright, take you!
Ember, heal Woodchip, would you? Oh yeah, I should have given her that amulet, shouldn't I? But we can't change equipment while we're in a fight. And it did! The end.
Hear you cry.
Jesus! This is the most effective Bigitha's ever been in combat. Lan, you want to be much less effective than any of my people?
You won't survive me.
And again, it did. Stop stabbing my whip jib! Or my horse!
Stab you or zap you? Why not both?
How was that a sneak attack? I swear you just attacked him yourself.
They better start running.
No glory without risk! Surrender or else! Run them through!
Splat. Elam, what were you doing? You nearly cut down Curl. Without a second thought, without a trial, without even knowing who was responsible for all of this. He might be a victim himself. We're coming around to summary execution bad, then. What am I doing? He lured us into a trap. Carl was the only one who knew where we were going. He knew we thought there wouldn't be anyone in this camp besides some small, harmless demons, so he set a trap. I wouldn't be surprised if his demon masters had him targeting the commander from the start. Talk about believing in the redemption of scoundrels. We barely know anything about what happened. Colonel is a good lad. Not a spy or a murderer. Maybe they threatened him, tricked him, or even bewitched him with demon magic. Now we'll never know because you let him escape. Better to let a thief escape than cut down an innocent. Yeah, I'm on Sela's side here. Elan, think. Sela was defending someone she thought was her friend, and she stopped you from doing something you might regret. I don't need a shepherd to light my path and save me from regrets. Can you say the same, Sela? Or you, Commander? You clearly have something to say. Go on, then. Spit it out. Sela, I didn't want to say this, but I think of you as my friend, so I'm going to warn you. After what happened to the Grey Garrison, you're in serious danger. Maybe not just you. You might like to ignore military hierarchy and the rules of knightly orders. There's a wisdom in them that stood the test of time. A soldier rises from a private to an officer, a knight begins as a squire. Even Iomede's paladins gain their abilities gradually. Not with you in the commander. You were granted incredible powers, far surpassing seasoned paladins with experience and skill far beyond your years. You received the gift at just the right moment and saved a lot of lives across Mendev. That's a great deed that will be remembered for ages to come. I am great, thank you. But, what happened next was wrong. They began to worship you. The Queen gave you such vast power, all while you sidestepped everything. Training, experience, hardship. This is not the first time Her Majesty has behaved rashly. And how much good has this brought Mendev? I'm frightened by what I see. Especially by the way that you, Sela, trust people so easily, and leap into adventures without looking. One day you'll lower your sword when you should have driven the blade home. It's like thousands of bright-eyed youngsters will after you. Elan pauses as if reluctant to continue, and looks you in the eye. I wanted to tell you the same thing, Commander. Yeah, I mean, I agree that people shouldn't be worshipping me and that things just happened. I apologize for my harsh words. I said it to Sela, and I'll say it again. This wasn't a reproach, but a warning. How you've been given, it may be your undoing. The undoing of all the Crusaders along with you. In any case, forgive me for wasting your time and subjecting you to danger here. Now at least we know that Curl is a traitor, and Janna is a coward ready to abandon her friends when the going gets rough. Hope we'll all learn a lesson from these mistakes. As for that blasted ring, take on with it. Kiana won't love me solely for the gifts I bring her. Elan makes no attempt to conceal his disappointment. Nodding goodbye, he lowers his head and walks away. Sela watches as he leaves. Her expressive eyes are filled with sadness. Everything's become very complicated all of a sudden. Please, Bigitha Lord Chair, let's go back. And I'd like to talk to you about it later. I have a lot to think about. We'll do that eventually. Theft. Theft. Well, this is looting first different. Take the heart out of this demon. Don't worry about it.
I lead, you follow.
There's a mobility check over here. Where do it go?
This is my kind of work.
Free shield. The Divine Protector, hello. +2 Mithril Heavy Shield. Damage reduction 5 off magic. I mean, I already have a +2 Heavy Shield. But this has magic protection. And you could use a +2 Mithril Heavy Shield. Yeah. We're matching. Same as they say these. Waldriff, you should write all these spells down so that I can one day forget to use them. I don't remember if anybody else needs to learn spells like that. I think it's Just, no. Yeah, see, yeah, that must be for Camellia, because all of Ember's hexes are support ones, so. Nobody is a singer. Half plate of vigor as opposed to half plate +1. The half plate of vigor is +2 and gives you +2 to constitution. That's just strictly better. Nice. Nothing else down here. It was just to get that shield. Yep. Alright, back up we go. Didn't think it was going to give me the prompt for a second there.
Onwards.
Well, that was a trap. And I feel like a lot of the leads we followed up on have been traps. We walk into a lot of traps, is my point. Okay, so on that note, it's time for another little break. I'm going to get up, as ever, water, stretch, all of these self-care things, and also run some ads. You should do the self-care things too. Get up, move around, have a drink, have a snack. Take your meds if you still need to. This is a reminder. And I will be back in a few minutes with whatever we're doing next. Let the ads run if you can. Alright, love you all. See you in a few. And I'm back. Hello, everyone. People are starting to fatigue. But it's fine. All my characters are fatigued. Okay, so let's rest. Can't keep going back to camp every time. No, wrong button. DC 10, so those will automatically succeed. So Sealer is left over, who can do dinner, I guess.
I don't get you, mongrels. Why sit underground waiting and waiting when you can just go outside and get it over with?
The world just isn't ready for our kind of beauty yet. I'm the first emissary of the people who are gonna make the Azamars look positively homely.
Like, why, yes, thank you, I am sexy. Good of you to notice. Okay, well, let's switch back to army mode, because it's a new day, it's a new dawn, it's a new light for me. So let's fight some demons. And here's my new commander. For the action of any allied unit, we can use general abilities. Okay, okay. Wizard spells don't have a restriction on number of times per battle, but require spending energy. You get 10% of your energy each day. Interesting. Get wrecked. Get entirely wrecked. Stop killing my soldiers and just get wrecked instead. Infection? That's not good. Minus 2 dexterity and just draining HP each round. That is very not good. So, right, we have a kind of certain number of losses that it will automatically replenish. Nice. Stop giving them more infection. Every time this one shoots, they then ready up the bow again like they're about to shoot another arrow, and they never do, and it's very disappointing. So yeah, we lost 21 people. We replenished 21 people. See. Morale. Morale means morale. Positive morale increases income and number of troops available. Negative morale decreases. Morale changes depending on the morale banners. While special conditions are met, which are these, yeah. Morale remains green and increases by 1 a day. If they're not met, it turns yellow for 3 days, it doesn't do anything, and then after that, it turns red, decreases by 3 a day. Current 2 banners. Banner of Victories tracks our victories over a demon army. Each victory adds 4 days to the time it stays green. March of Dresden stays green while we defeat armies on the road to Dresden. Each victory over a demon army on the road to Dresden adds 10 days to that. Each unit has its own combat morale. Various things affect this. Good morale grants them a chance to do more actions. Less morale do worse things. Undead units don't have combat morale. Just saying, no reason. The site of an old battle between the Crusaders and demons is strewn with thousands of corpses. The stench of death hangs thick in the air while the survivors lurch around in the battlefield, looting whatever they can. The dead, after all, won't need their trinkets and keepsakes anytime soon. We should put the fighters more central on this. We also shouldn't take on that level 4 army. Yeah, there you go. Demons, daemons, and devils are all different. They have a commander now. Exciting times. And yes, hitting them gives energy back to the commander. Have a heroism, get over there. Oh, and have a high morale and attack again. You may be getting slightly mobbed now, actually. Now I think about it. You'll be fine, I'm sure. There you go, that's one of your attacks every round gone, on account of your people being dead. Is there no upper range on these bows? I feel like I shouldn't be able to shoot them from the other side of the board, but here we are. Oh. It's like, what was that strange feeling? Left my coat in my pocket. Not my coat. Oh, no, left my phone in my pocket. And now we just unload on these guys for a while until they die. It's a complicated system, but I think I've just about grasped it. You know what? Auto battle. Let the computer fight itself for a bit. I feel this system could use some speeding up, I'll be real. So what we're seeing here is fire support is in fact important and effective. Yeah, and we reclaimed all our losses. Excellent. No Crusader unit advancing north encountered a cultist band and eliminated it. Servants of the Abyss have been transporting prisoners of war to Dresden. Remains of the garrison from Villareth Ford, which were captured by the demons. Exhausted and wounded, the warriors adamantly refused to depart for the relative safety of Canabris, and instead asked to join the commander's forces. A squad of Crusaders was caught in a sudden storm from the west. It lasted only a few minutes, but the unnatural lightning, made up of electricity, flames, acid, and ice, left several soldiers dead. The ease with which the forces of nature brutally claimed the lives of their comrades has demoralized the Crusaders. That doesn't sound a lot like the forces of nature, I'll be real. The outpost of Villareth Ford, which straddles the West Selling Crossing and is of strategic importance, has been taken, the cultists are destroyed, and the commander's army is able to operate on both sides of the river. Swanky. And my camp has moved. As you progress through the story, completing one stage of the crusade after another, your camp will occasionally relocate along the road, ever closer to Dresden. That's actually really inconvenient. But hey, maybe that's just me. You know what? We'll be fine. Auto battle. Jesus Christ, Lan! Why are you over here? These footmen actually do some damage. Exciting. I mean, not enough that we're not gonna still absolutely murder them. It's easier than Banner Saga was. Crusaders duly punished a group of mercenaries who had become enticed by demonic gold and turned their blades against the former allies. Those who reject the blessing of the benevolent gods and succumb to the temptation of sin deserve death. And death they got, just as has been served in the cleric's field. The gods are satisfied with this outcome. What's the plus there? Oh, she's leveled. Neat. You can learn things. Sure, why not just zap? Learn to zap. Let's try and clear out some of these level 1 demon armies. Army has no movement points. This Crusader army is very small. Just glom. Meanwhile, back in Protagonistville, let's investigate Nightingale Grove, I guess, because it's here, and we can. There's someone on the road. Oh no, is it Buddha? Because I know what to do in that situation. Like, it was not made clear to me what to do if I met anybody else on the road. Through the mist, you spot the flickering flames of a campfire. 3 figures wrapped in crusader cloaks are huddled next to it. A stout, smiling dwarf, a brash, dark-haired halfling, and a delicate-looking woman who appears to be very young. And again, a dwarf, a halfling, and a woman. What 2 of these species? One of them? The crackling campfire is driving away the bleak fog and promising warmth and rest for tired legs. Noticing you, the halfling's hand jerks towards his weapon, but then he relaxes. Hey, it's the commander herself. Now, don't just stand there, have a seat by the fire. It's a bit damp today, might as well dry off at least. In an amicable gesture, he passes you a large mug that smells of freshly brewed tea. We have knowledge checks. Either of these are roll a 7, so knowledge check. Succeed. Frontline scouting party. How is this us doing a knowledge world check when literally what we did is ask them who they were and they've told us? Our senior sent us ahead to look for ambushes. We've been walking all day, so we're making a bivouac. Go ahead, help yourself some tea. Not for us to be sharing a campfire with the commander. Something in the way the halfling speaks sounds off. Ah, here we go. senior instead of commanding officer, bivouac instead of the more casual camp. Maybe it's just a new recruit. A broad smile blossoms on Sealer's face. I never thought we'd run into such jovial company out here. I don't suppose you guys have anything stronger than tea in your canteens? Catching the halfling's conspiratorial look, she smiled even brighter. Rubbing his hands excitedly, Wardrobe casts a hopeful look at the mug of tea, then at you. Chief, just so you know, walking away from campfires where folks give you free food is a sin in the eyes of the gods. What are your names? Proudly lifting his chin, which bears a white scar, the halfling says, I'm Sergeant Velm, the leader of this gang of daredevils. You can tell by Velm's appearance that he's a fighter. He sports a nose that's been broken more than once, well-fitted gear, a gutsy spark in the eyes, all the hallmarks of a feisty, courageous warrior. The dwarf grunts and grins. Why would you call our heroic squad a gang, Velm? I'm Tran, Foot. That is my role in this. I'm a foot soldier, cook, quartermaster, and the mother hen of this lot. And the one who sets up the tent for Asti, given that she doesn't even have the muscle to drive a stake into the ground. With a smirk, Tran glances at the woman, who immediately turns red in the face. The sweet and terribly young cleric opens her mouth to say something, but shuts it immediately and blushes even more. Finally, she mutters sheepishly, I'm Asti. At your service, Commander. Perception check. Failed. Love some failed perception check text. It looks like these three have chosen the campsite wisely. You see no tracks and hear no signs of demons. It's the perfect place to rest and relax. It's quiet here, all right. There's the grave. I don't know why, but I don't like the feel of this place. It makes my scales stand on end. Aren't you scared, camped out here? The dwarf gives you a disapproving sidelong glance. You woo me, Commander. I've walked many roads. I know a good spot for a camp when I see one. Even if our old column of cultists marched by, they wouldn't think of checking this place. In the meantime, we'd watch quietly and count every last one. Thoroughly embarrassed, Asti adopts a serious tone and comments in Tran's direction. You and your boasting. Her two comrades greet her remark with a burst of laughter. This feels like a trap. I mean, everything it's leading us to think trap. Got it. Go. Smirking brazenly, the halfling licks his lips with a surprisingly long, pustule-covered red tongue. Well, here it is. Well, would you look at that? She didn't buy it. Enough of this masquerade, then, everyone. No more games. Figures by the fire ripple and transform. 3 grey-haired and dark-skinned elves. Okay, let's say hello. Watch you with mocking sneers. Their twisted, grimacing faces look demonic. From the haze, more previously unseen shadows materialize. They're all just as loathsome and unsettling. Judge much? The campfire emits a sickly sweet, intoxicating smell, and in the squat kettle you see some slimy mushrooms swimming in a disgusting, boiling slurry. That's just a soup. What's the point of this charade? Lady Animora desires your head, and will gladly deliver it. The elf, whose voice as Tran was so convincing, lets out a repulsive snicker. You monsters! Thela looks at those who appeared to be trusted allies a moment ago with open disgust. How did I not see you for what you are right from the start? Because you're incredibly gullible and just want to see the best in everyone. Paladin, you really think your ability to sense evil can't be fooled? Lady Animora taught us long ago how to trick the likes of you. Who are you? The one who was pretending to be the halfling, Velm, makes a face, mimicking you in an obnoxious voice. Who are you? We are servants of Lord Descari, and you are the pitiful insect that got caught in our web. The elf, who was masquerading as Cleric Asti, gives you a lecherous smile, enthusiastically dragging her tongue along the blade of her dagger. Did you like sweet little Asti? Did you want to play with her in your tent? Weird. Well, fight time. Love it when prey tries to fight back. Oh no, I don't think this is the drow I was told to look for. I think these are just other drow. Oh wait, there are more up there. Excuse me, you just... You stab my Clyde. You stab his body like the pincushion. Jail for Vel.
Distract them from me.
Again, that brilliant sneak attack tactic of running up to them. I think it might be time to Griffin up. I am once again asking you to stop hitting Woljif with everything. Well, you're dead. Why are you not mounted? Why are neither of you mounted? Honestly. I could just spell from here. Who wants rocks? Because my god, I got rocks. Why won't it let me cast rocks? Rocks. What, am I too mounted to cast? Is that your problem?
Out of my way!
Fine, okay. I guess you don't get to do anything this turn. Hey, Amanda, why are you not being ridden by Sailor, honestly? Alone, you are but a horse. Again, shooting Lan. Not how it works. You don't shoot Lan. Lan shoot you. That's how it works. See? Heal Clyde, please. They're really making the most of those masterwork crossbows and that height advantage.
Time to share your treasures.
Again, sneak attack from man facing you. If you could go and deal with those, Ulbrig, it helps to have somebody who can fly. Nice. Stop shooting Woljif. He is but a small
Into the fray!
thief child.
Die!
Knife Master. Good job title. What did we just say about shooting Woljif?
Make every strike count.
That's what you get for it. And you're also dead. I didn't even see what happened there. Just they tried to slightly reposition and just immediately
Cover me, all right?
attack of opportunity into oblivion. Jesus, Ulfric.
The light take you!
We're getting some work done.
This war must end.
Yes.
Okay. To at least have some good stuff. Ooh. It's only a +1 masterwork composite longbow. Like it'll sell. I do have some cold iron ammunition. But I keep forgetting to use my extra ammunition. There's my problem. Who's screaming? The screaming seems delayed. Anyway, let's loot these people's camp. Oh, I think we found the person who was screaming. I mean, they were probably just screaming because they saw the griffin run past, which, honestly, fair. You know Burning Arc, right? Well, good job, Wibjib. Damn it, there's a campfire in the way. Can't charge at them, I'll just have to run at them and attack them instead. It's an important distinction. You get to Ulbrig and throw a heal down. Clyde? Nope. Damn it. Don't know why we couldn't charge there, but sure. Yes, continue to attack the person with AC 20. See how well it goes for you. Was that a +2 mithril masterwork composite bow? No, sure wasn't. Thought I saw a really good bow there. Did in fact not. Good talk. So, good assassination, guys. Same time next week. Hope you enjoyed it as much as we did. Ulbrig, do you not need to, like, ungriffin? Wait, did I give him Master Shapeshifter? Sure did. So, the Master Shapeshifter makes this duration permanent, so he can just never not be Griffin. Cool. I think we found the new meta. It's Griffin. Okay, now can we go to where we were actually going? Nightingale Grove. I didn't look at the description for it. I perhaps should have. Which bank of the West Selin was it? It said we wanted to... The right bank of the West Selin. Right from standing where? Get your hands off that. Mine. Yours. Well, watch me. Wait, someone's here. Run! Nobody's running. Draw your weapons and fight, you cowards, or I'll cut you down myself. Yes, thank you. I know how formation works. There are some marauders. Also, one of them is invisible. Oh god, alchemists. $27? That's too many.
Stab you or zap you? Why not both?
Death from above is a very useful ability.
Let's hear you cry.
Wait, is she not mounted? Is she? Legit can't tell. Yeah, she is. Oh no, Alchemist. Throw some healing at Clyde, please.
Yes.
Dealer, can you charge the Alchemist? Yeah, you can. Lan,
You won't
just
survive me.
unleash some furious anger.
Distract them from me. Tactical retreat. It's all your fault.
Jesus. What does Shift's Fury do? Instead of attacking with all your natural weapons, you can get 2 attacks with 1. I'm not convinced I see what the thing is. Break, really. Can you roll some decent numbers?
Run them through.
I should really start using... People have healing potions.
Yes.
Why didn't that work? I swear I will never properly work out how touch spell rules work. My god, this guy
Endure this.
can dodge so much. AKA, we can't roll worth a damn. Also, he gets a billion attacks. But now he's dead. And gets no attacks. That was probably stupid. If I want to get any actual healing. But hey. Again, why can you not cast that on the person you're literally already touching? I'm so confused sometimes. Webjab, get up. Oh, and that didn't count as a, like, death's door, so that's nice.
No glory without risk.
Can't spell glory without horse. Random stuff. Moss soup. Couple of hammers, momentum, and generic light hammer +1, and a chain shirt +1, and the blood clarity cape, and a grenade. Confusingly not from the alchemist. The alchemist doesn't have any grenades. Bunch of +1 equipment, you love to see it. An eye. People, it's time to drink some potions. Everybody's favorite game. Also called Jesus Clyde, you have a lot of HP. But not as many as Ulbrich. That's most of my healing potion. Feel it would like one of these maybe be better. Momentum. What's that? Whenever you get a confirmed crit, all members of the party are affected with haste for D3, right? It's pretty sweet. And like, it's got the same damage floor as her mace, just not as high a ceiling. Sure, let's go with it. Why not? Plus, it's got finesse wielding. Does Waldriff have martial proficiencies? No. The things that have finesse are so arbitrary. And most of them can't be wielded by the people who have weapon finesse. Blood Clarity, Cloak of Resistance +2, and when you get a killing blow, immunity to mind-affecting conditions for 3 rounds. Clyde, better than your Cloak of Resistance +1, and also you do kill people. Who else wants a cloak? Lan, cloak. Dashing. Waldriff, you really need some kind of saves. Cloak. Anybody want this chain shirt? No, you don't.
Move out.
I think there are still some more up there. More counterfeit jewelry. Nice that we can instantly identify the counterfeits. We're very intelligent and well trained. Bigitha was on bargain hunt.
Head on.
I mean, Fake or Fortune would have been the better reference, perhaps, but you know, letter to a noble crusader. I don't know. Well, magic essence. You'll have to see it. Just need to now actually get to a place where I can give things to the storyteller. What's glowing over there? Don't like that. Or was that just a specular mapping issue? I think it may have just been a specular mapping issue. Here, I was about to say over here there's a dead guy, but A, yeah, we've been here before, and B, yeah, we killed him.
Onward.
Well, that was an experience that we all had. We sure did get ambushed by some marauders. Yeah, I have used my army's stuff today. I'm assuming this is the right bank. Well, over here we have the Conundrum Unsolved. Ancient ruins that Sarkoris inherited from the unknown builders of the Earthfall times. The Sarkorians dubbed this place the Conundrum Unsolved, scattered all over the walls of the ruins, and numerous pressure plates, buttons, and levers, the purpose of which one can only guess. Sounds like this might be a Waldriff thing. Time for everyone to exercise their perception and trickery scores. And there's also lava. And dead demons. Is this a trap? This might be a trap. Okay, so there's no more over there, which is weird, because it felt like I was being attracted that way by loot rather than this way by lava that looks like it's going to hurt. Okay, so the main features of this place include this. And also there's a cave. Let's go in the cave. Cave time. Random stuff. Corpses, corpses, corpses. I am moving ahead carefully because we're probably going to run into traps. Puzzle? Just steal the canopic jars. What could go wrong? Oh, God. Yeah, this is... We have slabs to fit in these holes. Here are all the materials with which to accomplish something. We put them all in the holes? Like all of them? Well, I can't remove them from the holes, so I guess I was probably meant to do that. And then we have 4 rectangular holes here. We only picked up 2 rectangular things. Oh no, we picked up 4 rectangular things. Okay, so these have... How many distinct symbols do we have here? That kind of dragony thing. This tree. Which is also there. Yeah, there's 2 of each. And they are the symbols on here, right? Dragony thing, tree. That. So is it to do with the way these are pointing? Let's go with that for now. Was that orange before? I mean, now that's lined up with that and that. Yeah, this is the same as that. Is that right? Are we like following these, but then that went the other way round? I'm probably missing something. I'm definitely missing something. Oh, you can rotate the slabs. Let's rotate the slabs. I mean, can we do it so everything's connected to... Okay, tell you what, everybody, move, move. Get out of the way of the puzzle. Okay, fine. Ember, you're the only person there.
I like you.
I
I can do this.
Okay, this should work. Well, that makes a full circuit, but it's clearly not what you wanted. Unless you wanted... it to be orange, in which case we need to rotate the whole thing. That's not the one. No? Come on, gotta fix this before the stream ends. Ulbrich, you're being very distracting. Thank you.
We'll make things right.
I mean, I don't even think I'm gonna make this puzzle right. Oh wait, that should be flipped if I'm doing it that way. Nope, still nothing. Because there's nothing with this symbol and this symbol on the same one. So that can't be what it is. What if we make it so that... yeah, because those symbols now appear in that order. No, they don't. What am I talking about? That one's not even in there. Now they appear in that order, but these do not. Is there one that is just those two? Yes, it's right there. Now they're in that order.
I'm so excited.
Okay, that was not intentional, but okay. See, the thing said tripwires and traps, and mostly what we have here is a very obtuse puzzle. Any clues on walls? This is showing kind of blue, white, red, white, blue. Basically the trans flag. I mean, to be fair, there's pride flags all over this tomb. There's a spider. I didn't, like, miss anything, did I, coming in? No, doesn't look like it. Am I about to just look up a hint? Why, yes, I am. Look, I have no strong principles. Yeah, it just sounds like what I was doing. Just match the symbol. Can I frisk a building, says the raid in from Quizzy Dan. Thank you so much, Dan and the assembled. What have you been up to? Some kind of puzzle thing, one would assume. I am also on some kind of puzzle thing, which I'm proving very bad at. So, this has to be that. No, that is a different symbol to that, Emma. But then what's with the outer ones? Okay, so no, what we want to be doing is that, I think. Yes, and then this. Yeah, that does that. And this wants to be the kind of hangy thing. But if we do the other one, it will actually line the colors up right. Yeah, I am doing well. I am conscious, which is... Oh, audio's going to cut out for a bit. Sorry. Yeah, I'm conscious, which is an improvement on last stream I did, because turns out sudden meds withdrawal is a fun thing to try and stream with. But, yeah, no, things are good. We are in charge of a crusade for reasons. And then that goes there. And that goes there. I swear we did that exact solution before. Anyway, here's an ancient ghost. It was easy, wasn't it? Simple puzzle, simple solution. But it was just the beginning. Its purpose was to awaken curiosity. A translucent figure appears out of thin air, clad in a loose-fitting robe. Its face is hidden behind a simple, unadorned mask. Mortals are not meant to unveil the secrets of the universe and grasp the meaning of creation. Is this really so? Secrets of the universe will only be revealed to the most worthy of mortals. Prove yourself and be the first for whom all the secrets of the world are revealed. The heart of mystery is located west of here. Solve the puzzle and you will comprehend the forbidden knowledge. A map of an area that looks vaguely like the world wound appears in the figure's hands. A single dot shines brightly on the map. Who are you? Remain silent. Okay, what are you? Simple puzzle, simple solution. You're just looping. Around the meaning of creation for the most worthy of mortals, the heart of mystery, prove all the secrets of the world. Translucent figure vanishes into thin air. Okay, so we only programmed so much dialogue into this automated welcoming system. But hey, we can loot. More of the storyteller's notes. You'll love to see it. Some potions. Barding! Yeah. Magic hide barding +2. Hobdobbing hobdob. Yeah, switch. No? Oh, he hasn't got medium barding proficiency yet. Does Theamanda? Also no, but Theamanda does need to level. I forgot to level my horse. You know how it is. When do you get a feat next? Next level. Mobility is always good for you, and perception. Cool. Fine. The cool new barding will have to wait. I guess we solved the puzzle. By which I mean we solved the puzzle, it didn't work, and then we looked up the answer, and it was the solution we already tried, which then worked perfectly. Because the game hates me. Of course, the game does that. Yeah, look, games randomly take against me quite often. It happens. Seela, why are you not on your horse? Is it because it was busy leveling? Cool. Guess we did a thing. Let's see if we can make it back to camp. We did. What do you mean there's someone on the road? We just got back to camp. What? Commander, we caught a suspicious lad on the road. He says he's an ally and he's desperate to talk to you. Who knows who he really is? The young man before you is trembling from wounds and exhaustion. His boots are in tatters, and if he had any weapons or armor, he shed them along the way. His clothes are torn and his hair is wet like he recently swam across a river. That tore his clothes, I guess. Blood oozes from the wounds on his chest and shoulders, and his skin is cracked and inflamed from the acrid water of the world wound. Commander. The man breathes heavily, and the words emerge as a whisper from his dry throat. My squad ambushed beyond the river. Help! I can wait. Barely catching his breath, he begins again. Yanka Ankel, Hell Knight of the Order of the Godclaw, under the command of Paralictor Regal de Renge, good name. Our squad is under attack by demons far surpassing our number. Without your assistance, we're lost. Hell Knights. They've supported the Crusaders more than once in our battle against the demons. Despite their questionable reputation, we cannot abandon our allies in trouble. They really are our allies then, of course. It's just... Anivia looks Yakka over closely from head to toe. I kind of think this isn't a knight at all. A real Hell Knight would be skinned alive for losing his infamous black armor. What we see here is a stranger without rank or insignia who wants us to march to God knows where. Kind of smells like a trap to me. That's just a surprising thing you can say. I mean, I have literally been leveling Seela for that. One of us has been contemplating it. Irabeth gives you a flabbergasted look. She frowns, but refrains from comment. As far as I know, Commander, you have not passed the test and have never been formally enlisted into the ranks of any order. However, it can still be done, especially if Paralictor de Renge agrees to vouch for you. We can talk more about it later after you meet him. Okay, who's attacking you? Why can't you handle it? Large creatures that attack from the air. I've got one of those. Some fighters, others are, I guess, clerics with dangerous divine magic. They look like stone come to life. One was certain they're gargoyles. They fell upon us from the sky while we were setting up camp and are most vulnerable. They caught our forces at partial strength. Paralictor dispatched some of our troops as scouting teams. Flying beasts didn't fight us, they just fell on us from the sky, grabbed our fighters and either took them somewhere or threw them to their deaths. We were unprepared for that. They didn't fight us, they just dive-bombed us and then threw us to our death. That is fighting you. They are fighting you. Glad I could sort that out for you. Where's your squad now? Not far from it, beyond the river. It's not far for a single fighter who abandoned his armor and weapons, but we can't get across the river so easily. We'll have to take a detour. Even if we can save anyone, it will seriously delay our offensive on Dresden and will give the enemy a chance to prepare. What do my companions think? Companions look at their guests suspiciously. Hell Knights. With allies like them, we've no need for enemies. If it suited them, they'd abandon us to the demons without a second thought. We're not like them, are we? We have to save them. And I'm literally leveling you towards becoming one of those next level, just so you know. Looks like a trap to me, but even if he isn't lying, Dresden is our goal. If our offensive is delayed, we won't get another chance to retake the city. The Hell Knights are heartless executioners. Saving people from the claws of demons is a good cause in itself, but these people are doing everything they can to become just like the devils. Jalen, forgive me, but I fear we should leave the Hell Knights to their fate and continue our offensive on Dresden. Do you recall Prelate Hulrun? Well, picture an entire army of soldiers just like him. Do we need allies like that? If they die, I shan't shed a tear. We should help them, but only if they join our forces in return. We could use some fresh blood. You're such a normal person. Hell Knights, no, not for all the gold in the world. Don't you know what kind of people they are? One minute you're just going about your business, next you're locked in the stocks, and there's a butcher in black armor standing in front of you. I don't know who these knights are, but if there are people suffering out there, then of course we have to help. It's what we came here to do, isn't it? The crow on her shoulder croaks resolutely, supporting her words. What knights are these? I never heard of them. The name sounds nasty. They must be ghouls or wargs or something like that. I would stay away from them if I were you. Huh? What? Nenio blinks a few times, baffled. This question has no scientific significance. What's interesting is how the water in the river poisoned by the whirlwind will affect this boy. With your permission, I'd like to examine him or his corpse in a few days' time. We're doing all the side quests. Fine. Thank you, Commander. Our forces are here. The knight points out the location on your map. The situation is critical. Please send your reinforcements as soon as possible. I'll go ahead and meet you there. Cool. And we made it back just in time to become fatigued. Let me just check everybody's got their spell slots. Yeah. Yeah, but we still need... Wait. Is Bigitha the only one fatigued? Amber and Seal... Everyone who wasn't in the party last time is. That's an annoying bit of mechanic. But yeah, no, I'm immediately going to go to sleep. I've looked at the situation and considered, nah. What shiny new thing can I make a scroll of? I mean, haste scrolls sound like a great idea. Oh. I think you're the type of person who could strip the flesh from my face in the night, and then in the morning blame it on a pack of wild dogs. Who, Darren? We're talking to Darren. I assume we're talking to Darren. Oh, no, that makes sense. I would never in a million years come near your face, and I'm sure the wild dogs would also lose their appetite. Yeah, Camellia, you're such a normal person. So normal. Okay, you know what? I think that is a good time to finish for today. What have we accomplished today? I don't know. We've had various small encounters. Done things. Got ambushed a lot. But yeah, so thanks everybody who's been watching. Thanks Raiders, and thanks if you stayed to the end. It means a lot. If you've been watching this, you know where to find me, but just in case, this is twitch.tv/Saracent. That's SERASENT, the House of Hubris. Streaming here every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 2 p.m. British time. That is, well, will, as of tomorrow, be back to 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 Pacific. Other time zones are available, but you can do the maths. And hey, if you can't, why not give us a follow and get notified when I'm around? If you do miss anything, VODs are on the Twitch for 8 weeks after the fact. For everything else, you can go to YouTube. Link down there says VOD Archive, or it is youtube.com/@HouseOfHubris, where you can find everything going back to the start of the channel. That's nearly 3 years of games. We've played a lot of stuff, so check it out. And while you're there, why not subscribe? Helps me make number go up, which, you know, we all know how important that is. But more importantly, gets you hot, fresh VODs in your subscription feed every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. If you feel like supporting me actually being able to roll a perception check financially, you can, of course, cheer or subscribe on Twitch, but you very much don't have to. Just turn up and hang out, be chill, and be good to each other. And then everyone's having a good time. What else? If you want to find me elsewhere on the internet for all the things I do, you can look at the socials also down there, or it's House of Hubris pretty much anywhere. At House of Hubris on Twitter, at House of Hubris at kind.social on Mastodon, at houseofhubris.bsky.social on Blue Sky. And yeah, so go there for me doing social media things, shouting about whatever media I'm currently obsessing about, stream notifications, memes, and also information about my other projects. Got a bunch of good audio drama coming out at the minute where you can hear me. Check out Shaker Season 2. It's like 3 episodes in now, dropping weekly. It's great, if I do say so myself. And check out Devoid of Space. The first episode of that has dropped, in which I have a cameo, and then I have a much bigger part in an episode later on in the season, which is going to be absolutely rad. I cannot overstate how hype I am for that. There's a lot more interesting projects coming as well, so throw us a follow on any or all of those platforms and you'll find out about them. But apart from that, I think we're done. So once again, thanks everyone who's turned up. And yeah, love to you all. Take care of yourselves out there, and I will see you again on Tuesday for more Pathfinder. All right, see you around.